What's up, guys? Okay, well, I don't know. We're in Maryland, Pennsylvania, somewhere. It keeps moving around. We're back again with Dr. Ian Roberts. You know how I say, is there any more information? There's always more information. You just have to keep peeling that layers of that onion back, and you'd be surprised what you'll find. Yes, there's more information to it. We're going to get to that. I'd like to note, like 82% of people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. Click the button and we'll move along. But yes, School Superintendent Ian Roberts. Here, more information. And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, here we go.
Another round of allegations is surfacing against Ian Roberts, the former Iowa superintendent arrested by ICE agents last Friday. Roberts was hired at multiple school systems across the country despite having criminal charges and deportation orders. On his 2023 job application obtained by the Associated Press, Roberts falsely claimed to have had a doctorate in urban education leadership from Morgan State University. The university confirmed he never completed that program. Roberts is also accused of registering to vote in Maryland. His name, birthday, and address appears active on public voter rolls, though state election officials say records do not show a voting history.
And as we know, Roberts also spent nearly 8 years working for Baltimore City Schools. New tonight, we're learning he's been accused of pressuring teachers to change students' grades while serving as a Baltimore principal.
He's a principal. He has to prove that this school is at least meeting goals. They are not. It is a dumpster fire masquerading as a city. So what does he do? He pressures teachers to change thousands of failing grades to passing grades.
Fox 45's Rebecca Pryor live with some of the details of this for us. Rebecca.
Yeah, Mary, as if this list of allegations wasn't long enough already, Roberts is now being tied to Baltimore City's long-standing grade-changing scandal. As the controversies surrounding Ian Roberts continue making headlines nationwide, tonight, Fox 45 uncovering an old lawsuit revealing new allegations.
Old lawsuit, glad they said that. Lawsuit brings out everything. They find out everything about you. So when they say they didn't know, listen to when this lawsuit was filed. That's at least when they knew.
Stemming back to his time with Baltimore City Schools. While serving as the principal at Friendship Academy of Science and Technology, a teacher accusing him of pressuring staff to improve students' grades without cause, even for classes they never attended. The teacher, who was later fired.
And all that weird-ass static that you're going to hear, that's on their end. I don't want to hear it.
Suing the school system and Roberts for wrongful termination. The lawsuit alleging Dr. Roberts' actions were meant to make a failing school appear successful. That was back in 2009, but the lawsuit
2009
wasn't filed until 2013. In turn, the school system successfully arguing the statute of limitations had run out. BCPS also claiming the teacher harassed and threatened school leaders, including delivering a bat to the HR department with a letter reading in part, "I hope it feels good to beat a teacher." Another message reading, "This is why children are not learning." A decade later,
to pass students along or just round the grades, it does a disservice.
Maryland Inspector General for Education Rick Henry confirming serious allegations of widespread grade changing inside city schools. The findings released in 2022 after a 1.5-year-long investigation.
What was very stunning to us is that we were being told that this was not the practice, but we were, as we were looking through all of the documents that were provided by the city schools, we kept uncovering more and more that showed this practice. I mean, it was literally written.
The report revealing more than 12,000 failing grades were changed to passing over a 5-year period, although Roberts was long gone before the investigation even began,
of course,
ending a nearly 8-year career in the city in 2010. Today, Fox 45 sending the school system questions, asking, does BCPS stand by its investigation, finding no merit to the grade-changing allegations against Roberts? Did the district receive any other complaints over the years about Roberts pressuring teachers to alter grades? And, in light of the IG's findings, will BCPS revisit the case to determine whether similar patterns existed earlier? We did not immediately hear back. Now, considering Robert's immigration status, Fox 45 has also reached out to BCPS, asking them how he was able to pass a background check. However, the school system claims that his employment falls outside of their records retention.
Of course, they're just going to keep passing the buck. They're full of shit.
Period. Reporting live in Baltimore City, Rebecca Pryor, Fox 45 News.
Thank you, Rebecca. Is there more? I'm glad you asked. You know damn well there is always more.
Ian Roberts' attorneys and community leaders hosted a town hall tonight to update the public on Roberts' situation. Local 5's Emma Stroner joins us from Corinthian Baptist Church, where that event took place. Emma.
Several people were here at Corinthian Baptist Church tonight to hear from Roberts' attorneys and have their questions answered as new information continues to surface. Now, at this town hall, his attorneys say they're switching their focus from Roberts' immigration case to his federal gun charge.
We're going to be looking at that and developing a defense to the elements of that case right now, knowing that we will still have an immigration case to address at some point, and maybe it'll be at the same time, but right now, what we're looking at...
Why don't we address the immigration, get his ass out of the fucking country, and the gun shit will kind of resolve itself, won't it? No. They want to drag shit out. Next big thing will pop up. This will fall from the headlines. You'll forget about it, and before you know it, he'll be superintendent somewhere else.
Is the charge.
Things have changed for Roberts' attorneys in the past 24 hours, as a criminal complaint was filed on October 1st against Roberts, claiming he was an illegal alien with possession of firearms.
When immigration and federal law meet, it is doubly complex.
Lead attorney Alfredo Parrish says he can't guarantee whether or not Roberts will be deported at this time.
I have an appointment with him at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Will I be able to get in? I walk in and he's gone. There is no guarantee. I will tell you that we are speaking with all of the key people who are involved in that decision-making process.
State Representative Rob Johnson was also at the event and was one of the organizers. He says this new information hasn't changed the way he thinks about Roberts.
For me, it's about the work. It's about the impact, raising scores, dropout rate.
He didn't raise scores. He raised scores artificially. He made the teachers change them.
Is down, and so no, the numbers on the dropout rate didn't change when this happened.
This guy's a total idiot.
The numbers on him raising scores didn't change when this happened.
According to the Polk County Sheriff's Office, Roberts is currently being held in the Polk County Jail. In Des Moines, Emma Stroner, Local 5 News.
Thank you, Emma. So, what, any more? Absolutely, you know there is. We're going to cut this one short, though, because about right here they start talking about some bullshit.
More mind-blowing details surrounding the foreign African national who somehow became the superintendent of the largest school district in Iowa, making nearly $300,000 a year. 52-year-old Ian Roberts was taken into custody by the Justice Department yesterday on firearms charges, and this is after his arrest by ICE agents last week revealed he was living and working in the U.S. illegally. Joining us right now to discuss is Defending Education's Director of Outreach, Erica Sanzi. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Dan.
You know, so much information has now come out. I feel like there's something new every single day on this case. The New York Post now reporting that Roberts was a, quote, pathological liar who never attended MIT, who was the subject of a couple of sex discrimination lawsuits. I know you guys have also done some digging as well. What have you learned?
This is going to be a movie, I think, because there is so much drama unfolding. The MIT thing, for example, was new. I knew that he had a ton of claims about educational institutions, but what I wasn't aware of was that he also was making claims that he was going to be attending, I believe, MIT and I think also maybe Harvard Graduate School of Education. So just a pathological liar. But, I mean, major problems here. He lied on his I-9 form about being a citizen. He is registered to vote in Maryland, where he doesn't live, and also he's here illegally. And the
same thing happened in Maryland, according to reports, under penalty of perjury. He also checked off that he was a U.S. citizen in order to register to vote in the state of Maryland as well, according to reports that we're seeing as well. So
correct.
same
he
thing.
Also, when he left his job as an administrator in, I think Maryland, no, in Pennsylvania, I'm sorry. See, it's confusing because he's been everywhere.
Right.
In Pennsylvania, he left over $400,000 in legal settlements in his wake because of behaviors that led to lawsuits. And so the district is on the hook for all this money. And then he just takes off to Des Moines, where again, like, I'm sorry, but like people were just like obsessively looking to check off identity boxes. And so he fits all these boxes in this messed up sort of DEI / affirmative action hiring. So Iowa is on the hook now too, because this is exposed, and we reported in February, by the way, that Iowa has a state law that requires school districts to have affirmative action hiring plans in place.
That's illegal.
Which are against the law. So not only was that likely a part of his hiring, but then that's what he oversaw. As the superintendent, he was also very much into this idea of race-based hiring. I believe they had a promise in their strategic plan written out in writing that they would be at 40% people of color for teachers and leaders by 2030.
But
I know a lot of states are like 30 by 30. It's total bullshit.
just pointed out something I did not know. So he went to Pennsylvania and was the superintendent of schools for a district there, and then he went to Iowa. But even if you didn't check to see what his work status was, or wouldn't you have called his previous where he worked before,
You
and
would
would that
think.
have come out, which you just mentioned about these lawsuits that he had faced there?
That's a good question. So one huge problem in K-12 are these personnel records are sealed. It's also the way that we see teachers who have been let go for sexual misconduct with students end up jumping to other districts.
Just like the fucking cops. It's total bullshit. That shit, public record, sorry.
Because unless there's an arrest, which is a public record,
I see.
it's sealed. So my sense is that, again, I don't think that these school boards did their due diligence. Reporters are fine.
Clearly.
Right now, just like regular people are digging and finding
Yeah.
a ton of stuff. But I also will say that on the personnel front, things are hidden because records are sealed. And that is a safeguarding problem when you're working with students and families.
One thing you did mention too, I want to point out as well, is that the DOJ is investigating Des Moines public schools regarding race-based employment practices, correct?
Correct. Yes, and I think what they're going to find is that what the district is doing is illegal. You cannot have racial quotas for hiring in a public school district. But what they're also going to find is there's a state law on the books that is causing all these districts to implement these plans. So I actually think the unconstitutionality starts at the state level and then moves its way into the district. So I don't see how they wouldn't have to scrap the state law, basically, because otherwise a district says we're just following state law.
I want to talk. Exactly. No, I agree. There's a lot more to come on this story. I feel like
There's a lot more coming in the story. We're not going to listen to what's coming up now because they're talking about a bunch of transgender bullshit that they're trying to, garments and crap they're trying to put in schools. Where the hell ever it's at. Anyway, I'm not dealing with that. This is where we're at right now with this one. This one is right here, 5 hours ago. Anyway, then we'll just think about it in comments, like, share, subscribe. Also, again, like, I don't know, 87% of people are not, that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. Click the button and we'll move along. Let me know what you think about this one. And I'm out.